The Marshall Kilburn 3 is the latest addition to Marshall's renowned lineup of Bluetooth speakers, known for its vintage aesthetics and robust sound performance. The Kilburn 3 maintains the classic rock and roll appeal while introducing meaningful upgrades that elevate it in a competitive market of premium Bluetooth speakers. At first glance, the Kilburn 3 carries forward Marshall's unmistakable retro design language. It sports the signature textured vinyl covering, upgraded brass control knobs, which I'll talk about later on, and classical Marshall script logo, an aesthetic directly inspired by the company's iconic guitar amps. The build feels solid and durable with just the right balance of portability and heft, weighing around 6.2 pounds. The guitar-inspired strap is the perfect finishing touch, crafted from vegan leather on top and lined with a plush red velvet-like material underneath. It adds both comfort and an exquisite look. A key improvement in this version is its IP54 water and dust resistance rating, which makes it far more rugged than its predecessor with its IPX2 rating. The IP54 certification means the Kilburn 3 is protected against dust ingress and splashes of water from any direction, making it a viable option for outdoor use, poolside sessions, or dusty environments like campgrounds. Overall, the design strikes an ideal balance between nostalgia and functionality, making it a stylish centerpiece whether at home or on the go. Where the Kilburn 3 truly shines is in its audio performance. Marshall has made notable upgrades to the internal components, including a 4-inch 30-watt Class D amplifier for the woofer and two 2-inch 10-watt amplifiers for the tweeters, which provide a total power output of 50 watts. The result is a room-filling, detailed sound that's both powerful and well-balanced. The bass is punchy and tight without overwhelming the mids, which remain clear and warm, perfect for vocals, acoustic tracks, and classic rock. High frequencies are crisp without sounding overly sharp, maintaining a pleasant balance across genres. Marshall also introduced wider stereo sound in the Kilburn 3 by angling the tweeters outward, giving the speakers a more immersive soundstage compared to its predecessor. This makes it well suited not just for indoor use, but also for outdoor listening, where the sound needs to project over a wider area. One thing I noticed when switching from the Marshall Acton 3 to the Kilburn 3 is the unusual speaker placement. When sitting directly in front of it, the sound didn't feel perfectly symmetrical. That's because one tweeter is positioned on the front right side, while the other one is on the back right side. This is part of what Marshall calls its 360-degree true stereophonic sound design. It still sounds great overall, but it's definitely something I had to get used to for like the first 5 minutes. For added customization, the Kilburn 3 features physical control knobs for volume, bass, and treble, allowing users to fine-tune their sound profile directly on the speaker. This is easily one of my favorite features about Marshall speakers. With this version, Marshall has brought over the premium control knobs seen on the Marshall Stanmore 3 and Woburn 3, including LED light indicators for more precise adjustments and a new Marshall M button, which lets you quickly switch between different presets, all of which can be customized via the Marshall app. In the app, you can update the speaker, customize EQ, adjust the placement composition, check the battery life, and some other miscellaneous features. There's also a new multi-directional switch that lets you skip tracks, play, pause, and go back, all with a flick of a switch, making playback control quick and intuitive. Battery life is another standout feature of the Kilburn 3. It is rated for up to 50 plus hours of music playback, and it delivers. During my use, it lasted around 25 hours on a single charge at moderate volume. Charging from 0 to 100% takes roughly 3 hours using a compatible USB-C charger. The speaker also supports fast charging when using a 30-watt USB-C PD charger. Just 20 minutes of charging can deliver up to 8 hours of music playback. As an added bonus, the USB-C charger on the back can also be used to charge your phone or other devices, something the Kilburn 2 could not do. Overall, the Marshall Kilburn 3 is a worthy successor in the Marshall lineup, one that refines and upgrades nearly every aspect of its predecessor. With IP54 durability, powerful 50-watt output, excellent battery life, and rich analog controls, it offers both function and flair in a uniquely vintage package.
These hands of mine have got some stories to tell. Seen parts of heaven and a whole lot of hell. Headed west to stake a claim in the ground. I got as far as Cripple Creek that night. I met a girl with golden hair and green eyes. Fell in love on the outskirts of town. Hung my hat, figured I'd stick around. Hey, the part of me that longs to hold her at night would bury any man that don't treat her right. I'm gonna love and live and kill and fight. My whole heart till death do us part. There was a man who ran that whole damn town. He thought he owned her and that they'd settle down. Took her back with a Colt 44. I loaded up and rode out into the night. Took out his men and by the dawn's early light left a blood trail up to his porch. Held my breath and I kicked down the door. The same part of me that holds her at night would bury any man that don't treat her right. I'm gonna love and live and kill and fight with my whole heart till death do us part.
We're now playing at about 10%. Let's turn it. Now, let's do a sound test. The microphone is 10 feet away from the speaker, and the volume is set to 30%, the bass is set to 30%, and the treble is also at 30%. Now, the volume, bass, and treble is set to 50%. It's still at 50% volume, 50% bass, and 50% treble, just a different song now. Now the volume is at 70%, bass and treble also at 70%. Now playing at 75% volume, while the bass and treble is at 70%.
Catch me howling at the moon.
Still playing at 75% volume and 70% bass and treble. Now playing music at 80% volume and bass and treble are at 80%. Playing at 85% volume and 80% bass and treble. Now it's time to turn everything up to the max. Volume is at 100%, bass and treble are also at 100%.